All right. So this is going to be a video on because I'm pissed off out of my goddamn mind. And sorry if my mic is scuffed, but that's just how it's going to be. So literally I get done playing Rainbow Six Siege, and lately it's pretty much been the only game that's like interesting. I mean, I've put in like almost 100 hours in like the past week, you know. It was fun for like this past week, and I was really grinding it out, and you know trying to have fun, trying to enjoy the game. I started to notice certain things because when I first played it, I played it on PS4, and PS4 was like, it wasn't bad. I mean, I just played a bunch of casual. I played ranked one time, like got my placements, and then got like gold 3, and then I lost a bunch of games and I got like placed like bronze 1 or something. And so that was that experience, but I just mostly played it for fun on PS4. Now that I've gone over to PC, which I do like PC way more than console, it's way more enjoyable. Um, there's like I'm noticing way more problems with like Rainbow Six Siege. I just got done playing this game like 5 minutes ago. I'm I'm tilted out of my damn mind. The game frustrates me in a way that I've never been frustrated before. I mean, there's plenty of games out there that I've played, you know, that are frustrating, that are competitive wise, and they piss me off, but in their own way. So something that I experienced was actually most of this all happened today. I've had a few times like in the since I've started playing on PC where I've been behind walls, and I've and not even like soft walls or anything, or not any like like there's a soft wall behind me or a soft wall in front of me, whatever. It's like I'm just in a solid place where no one could like shoot me, no one had an angle on me, and I'll be behind like the toughest wall in the world, and I'll just get one tap. And it's not even like the dude's hacking or anything, because I'll play the next round and he won't do anything fishy. He'll just get stomped by my other teammates or even possibly me, right? So I'm behind a wall that you can't shoot behind, but somehow you hit me. And I can see the kill cam. It's not even anything fishy. I've played against hackers before. Not a whole lot, in my almost 200 hours, but I've I've played enough to where like, and also I'm not retarded like that. Like if I see something where I'm, not supposed to die, like I get that my highest peak, which was like today, was silver 1. Right. That's not high at all, and I understand that. And I understand that I'm not a good player. I want to get better, but it's hard trying to get better on a game like this when I'm getting shot behind a wall, right? It's not rewarding to me as the player. It's not fun for me as the player to go into a game, you know, everything's running fine until, I get shot behind a wall, and then I think it's my fault, and or I get frustrated, you know, like it shouldn't have to be like that. And I feel like this happens to a lot of players, but like, I don't see it. No one complains about it. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only person complaining about this stuff, or either other people are like too brain dead to notice. But like, I spawn peeked this guy, or I was spawn peeking. I was going out as Rook. So, I was peeking on, I can't remember what map it was, but it was like the house that's being built. It's got construction on it, and I was spawn peeking construction site. So I go out, I run out, and I start one tapping this guy's feet because I can barely see his feet, and because the railings are over it from my position, and I don't want to get closer because I don't want to get cucked by the enemy team, right? Because there's another guy over there. But right as I peek and I shoot his legs a few times, this Maverick shows up peeking over the metal container that's to my right. So then I like back up because he misses his shots. And I back up and he's like a solid 15, 20 feet away, right? So it's going to take him a while to get to the, to a seeing position so he can shoot me. I go and I'm behind a steel wall or the steel crate. He hits me. He's not hacking, and I know that for 100% fact. He's not hacking, but all of a sudden, then it shows my kill cam that apparently he's like not where he was on my screen. Because when I was peeking, he was like 20 feet away from me, and then right when I moved, like, yeah, sure, you could be like, oh, he's just teleporting. It totally could be a possibility, but I didn't see that in the kill cam. I just saw that he was right, like in front of my face, apparently, and whatever. Like in the long run, I probably should have shot him in his face, but like I wasn't trying to, throw the game, right? So this is like the first round, so I get killed, and I'm like, that doesn't really make sense, you know. I shrug it off, but that's the latest thing that's happened to me is just being in a position where I know for 100% fact that I'm aware of my situation when I'm spawn peeking. Like there's some times where I'll misslip and there'll be someone over here and I'll just get killed, whatever. But for the most part in this situation, for 100% fact, I know for 100% fact my surroundings, there was no one behind me, there was no one like to the left, to the right of me. It was two guys in front of me, one AFK and then one who was um, you know, 20 feet away. He was moving and he was not AFK, but he was 20 feet away. I had the total clear to not get shot, but I got shot anyway, right? So like, how is that when I'm trying to go for, a play to take someone out and you know stay alive and be that useful teammate that I get punished in a position when I shouldn't be? Because at this specific time, I know that I shouldn't be killed. I can't get killed, but I do anyway. And I know at this time for 100% fact, I'm 300% fact at this point that like 100% positive. Excuse me. Like I'm 300% positive that this guy has no way of killing me. And so I get frustrated. I choose Blitz the next round, toxic operator. He's pretty brain dead. I essentially it's like if I was in League of Legends, I run it down mid. I just go into their point. I just try to shoot at their mute. I die. I get massively like this big wave of boredom strikes me. Like I'm sure people experience it when they're playing Rainbow and like things are going their way. Because today hasn't been the best day for ranked. I've versed sweaty tryhards that I'm pretty sure were in plat, but they like I don't want to verse sweaty tryhards. Like I want to verse sweaty tryhards who are at my skill level, but not sweaty tryhards who are like a skill level above me, right? And that could make me better, but I don't know how to play against people who have insane game knowledge and who have actually non-scuffed mice like I do. Because I got this shitty ass mouse that's like $18 that's been alive for like who knows how long. So, and that's not an excuse why I should be bad, right? And I've been improving. Like this like ranked season alone, like I did my placements and I went from copper 1. I technically like I ran into some guys. I didn't even know they were plat and they like boosted me up to silver 4 and then I purposefully lost all my matches and I got myself back down to copper 1 and then I got myself from copper 1 to silver 1. So technically I've gotten from uh, copper copper 1 to silver 1 by myself. Um, and then I don't really find anybody to. The guy doesn't play with me anymore, sadly, right? Because like I totally would like to be up in the high ranks, and quite frankly, I'd like to play against people who know what they're doing, so I know what it feels like to fight people who know what they're doing. Okay, and so moving on, because going off on a little rant, and I'm probably going to do that a lot because certain things will come to me, certain things will leave. I'll have to move on, whatever. So damage in this game. Okay, there is no way that someone, has like who plays Rainbow Six Siege, who has 100 hours, has never noticed like the damage. You know, like they've never been like, oh, the damage, it's totally fine. Like I don't know what you're talking about. The damage in this game is retarded. Like I don't. I was playing today. Um, I was playing on border. And I was spawn peeking again. I can't remember where I was spawn. I was spawn peeking Valley. I ran out of the second story onto the ledge, and I looked at this Habana, like, shot her right in the head, like a couple times. No damage, like not even blood. It's like my bullets were like going through her, and like I don't even know what the hell was going on. I didn't know what to do. Like, there's no counterplay, right? It's like if someone's not going to take damage, there's nothing else I can do. I can't just like pull out a dildo and throw it at some dude's head and be like, "Oh, I killed him," you know? Oh, yeah, let me just clap my hands of this, crazy little play. I was playing Rook, like there's no gadget that I can pull out to, kill him really quick. It was just I had my weapon, I shot him in the head a couple times, and he was standing still. He was like droning, I'm pretty sure. I shot him in the head a couple of times, and then he got off his drone and he shot me in the head, and I died. And so it's like, okay, he's a one armor, right? So headshots are like a one shot. Like I've seen Rooks, Docs, anybody who's a three armor die in the head from a one tap. I've also seen three armors or one armors not even die to a headshot. I've seen three armors not die to a headshot as well. So I don't there's no satisfaction for me when I spawn peek. Like I like to spawn peek a lot. That's what keeps the game interesting. I love going running out, and just shooting people and outgunning them, right? If they see me, or maybe getting a one tap, that feels good. But when things like that don't work out like they should, like the game was designed to do that, it's not really, it's not fun. It doesn't help me learn. It just makes me frustrated as a player. And I've never, I'm not even gonna lie here. This game has like made me like pretty like it's made like competitive play pretty interesting. Like I've never been such a sweaty tryhard in my life. I love sweaty tryhardness. It's kind of fun. It's like, I mean, in a way, it's fun. In a way, it's like I would like to relax and play ranked, but also still kind of be good. Whereas in like I have to go full try hard. I have to listen to people, and oh yeah, that's another thing. Sound in this game. So, I'll talk about that later. But like damage in this game is bugged. I mean I've seen countless times where my teammates have shot someone in the head and a body, unloaded a mag, just like tons of bullets into someone's body, and they just don't die. And like I don't know what kind of game design that is. Like, I don't know what 2-year old over at, Ubisoft is, you know, I don't know what they're doing. Like pressing a bunch of buttons, doing a bunch of random ass coding, you know, like what are you doing? Like you say your weapons do a certain amount of damage, but then I unload a full clip into someone's body. Like okay, today. So I was also playing on the construction house or whatever, and I was also peeking construction site again. This Ash. And literally Ash doesn't even have like a hitbox, I'm pretty sure. I peek out and I'm playing Doc this time, I think. The Doc and Rook have the same weapon, whatever. I peek out, I unload half a clip into her body. I see blood, I totally am on totally perfect, like my crosshairs on her. Like I've never been so sure in my life. And my scuffed mouse doesn't help my aim, but at this time it was totally on my side. That Ash didn't go down, she didn't die, like I don't. I'm pretty sure she didn't even lose half of her HP. She didn't kill me. No one killed me because, I was at the point where, like, that crate is in the way, so no one can shoot me through that. And no one did. I got in the house. Um, I ended up dying nonetheless, when I got down, because, like, what the heck, right? I'm just that good of a player. So, bullets don't make sense in this game. Like, the bullet damage doesn't make any sense in this game. Like, I don't get it. It's like, are you trying to do damage? Am I shooting peanuts at you? Like, maybe gummy bears? Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm holding down the trigger, I'm controlling my recoil, I'm hitting you, blood's coming out of your body, and like, what? I've been one tapped in the body so many times by, like, guns with silencers. Like that doesn't make sense. Like, you're hitting me in the body, I'm hitting you in the head. You one tap me in the body, you don't even take damage in the head. I mean, I've seen countless times where, like, people will just not take damage. I'll see their health bar afterwards, like nothing. And it's like, what? Like, what? Like, like there's no counterplay to something like that. It's like, oh, well, there shouldn't be a counterplay to something like that, because it's like, you're just two of you are gunning down each other. But it's like, what else am I supposed to do if my weapons are doing damage, right? It's like, if someone does this in a video game and they're not supposed, like, whatever they're doing in that video game, this is metaphorically, by the way. So whatever they're doing in that video game and it is not working, but they have a totally different option of doing something else, and it might work, then they do it and it works. That's like a counterplay, right? They do something else to win that fight. Whereas in this, what else am I supposed to do? Hide behind a cover that doesn't even exist? Hide behind cover I'm just gonna get shot through? Like, shoot them in the head like I'm still doing and still lose because Ubisoft doesn't want to, like, fix their game? Like I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around something so simple, you know? And I'm retarded for that. Exactly. I'm sitting here shooting a weapon, and I, like, let's say it's a pre-fire. Let's say it's they just don't see me. They're turned around, And I've had plenty of times where me, the person, is being shot at, and I just, turn around, or I just shoot the guy in the body and he'll get one tapped. And I'm not going to sit there. I'm not the type of player to sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, that totally makes sense in a video game." I get pissed off. I don't care if it's me winning the fight. If I see something stupid, even if I'm the one that's, doing the thing, and then it's stupid and it's not necessarily my fault, you know, I'm going to get pissed off, and I'm going to, type in chat, "Oh, that was just luck," or "Ubisoft's on my side for today." I'll do that all the time because I don't like it when a game doesn't work, and when it, disbenefits other people or me, right? I don't like that. I want it to work equally for both people. And okay, so now on to, like, I guess this just kind of all falls on Ubisoft. And Ubisoft's just retarded, man. I mean, they don't really make good video games. Like, let's be honest. Like, you know, their Division, they canceled that game for, like, years and years, and then they released it, and their trailer was cooler than the game that they released. So, like, we could go into that, but I don't even care about that game. And that game's it's old. It's over. Um, so balancing. I mean, I know they've done stuff to Clash. I still think she's stupid. I think she's annoying. Like, and this is just, like, my nitpick. This isn't even anything, like, game changing, because I don't even verse enough clashes anyway. Like, people don't play her anymore because, like, she's not new anymore. So balance wise, like, you know, she's not. She's, like, fine right now, but I don't know. She's just annoying, and I hate being slowed and damaged, and I can get brought down with her shield, you know, and technically I can be killed if I'm, a dumb enough person. But for the most part, she's easy to verse. Maverick, him on the other hand, he doesn't need, like, he doesn't need someone to counter him. Um, he just needs to make noise. Like, it's plain and simple. Just make him make noise. I mean, when you use him and you are using his flamethrower, it is like super loud. But then when you're someone, like, I've been in so many situations where I'm literally chilling up against a steel like door or a steel wall, and dude will come up, as Maverick, just this loud ass flamethrower that I can't hear, and he'll just shoot me in the head, and I, I can't. I, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to guess that he's there? I mean, I could always, keep an eye on the wall and be like, oh, Maverick's there, Maverick's here, But it's like, in reality, shouldn't he just be hearable? And if someone gets distracted by a noise or something, then that's their fault if he had noise. So it's like, adding noise. And, we could go into Lion. Everybody knows Lion is broken. So he's got like 100% ban rate in pro play. I think Echo's cancerous, but I still play him, so like whatever. Maestro is. I just I just think his things are retarded, but now that I know how to play against him, like, it's so much easier. So I'm not even gonna talk about that one. Uh the ranking system is busted. It's genuinely like busted. And the reason for this is I understand this game is boring as hell. Like, oh, I don't I like sometimes I fall asleep while playing this game. Like, I don't even realize I'm playing, and then I get shot and I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing the game." Oops. That's probably one of the reasons, why I'm probably the rank that I am. The good old silver one. Um, it's boring. And so you need people to play with. And if you're a competitive type and your friends are a competitive type and you want to play competitive play and you want to have communication, you know, and all that stuff, but it's like it's wrong for them to be able to five stack. Like, I get you, some people want to have fun, and some people are just sweaty. Like, they don't even necessarily want to have fun, but they're just like, let's get that elo, let's get that bread, guys. And so when they like when people five stack, like, I see pro play, like, it's more understandable for pro players, like, or not even pro players necessarily, but people who are in diamond, platinum 1, platinum 2, people who are playing with diamonds, it's more understandable for them because, like, and I'm not saying it's okay, because in reality, for a competitive system to work, it's not okay. Because if there's a solo queue, and then you can duo queue, and you can triple queue, and then you can quadra queue, and then you can, five man, it's not fair to people who are solo queuing. Because then you got all this kind of teamwork, you can stack great players. I've seen the entire Cloud9 team stack in a match, versus Shroud and some other people who were like plat. You know, they lost the game. I mean, Shroud's amazing. That's but they still lost, right? Shroud's not that crazy. He's not so crazy that he can, you know, completely by himself stomp an esports team. And I know Cloud9's not the best team, but they're I'd say from what I've seen, they're all right. Um, I mean, I've seen way worse teams like Supremacy. I don't know what they were doing. I watched the game. That was just they were versing another team that was also really bad, but they were just slightly better than them, and that was just like kind of a gross match. Like, e- the thing is like, even for someone like me who's silver one, if I can see like someone's playing bad as a pro player, or like playing, you know, they could be playing better, then isn't that a problem? Because I've seen that multiple times. And like in game like League of Legends, I've seen tons of times, like on Fnatic, where Caps just like flashes into like five people, and then no one questions why he did that. It's like, are you kidding me? That's the dumbest play I've ever seen. He's a mid laner. Like, and he's not playing Kassadin or, someone who's supposed to do that. He's playing Syndra. Like, what are you doing? You're a big fat monkey. Like, like, come on. So, five manning technically shouldn't be allowed for the ranking system because I've played with and played against teams. I mean, like they have these little clan names. They're like, ooh, we're some edgy little seventh graders who like to play Rainbow Six Siege as a team, and we're really good. And then they just get curb stomped by solo queue players. But then when you go and you play high rank matches, these guys are crazy. They got teamwork. They're friends. Whatever this and that. I mean, the Rainbow Six Siege community is toxic. Whatever. But like, it's not okay for someone to be able to stack up to five people versus solo queue players. I like duo queuing. I think is personally fine. I think that is way more reasonable. Same thing in League of Legends. People can duo queue, and that's fine. But I think being able to stack five people into a game, and then, you know, that's not supposed to be like, people are gonna be like, oh, that's fine. It's not, because it's literally five people all communicating to each other. And if they're good enough players, like, and this is if they're good players. If they are good players, it is bad. If they're not good players and they're just trying to have fun and they sometimes win, then it's fine. But like, I get this game is boring beyond belief. Like Rainbow's just it's I'm surprised it stayed alive this long. I mean, right, I'm still playing it. I put money into it. Like, right, I should shut the fuck up. I'm the dum dum here, right? I'm just nitpicking at a game. I'm just gonna go play tomorrow, right? But I feel like it's like I don't even know if this has been talked about. I've never looked up a video online, to see if anybody's complained about the stuff I'm complaining about. And now I guess maybe last but not least, sound. The sound in this game is fucking shitty, garbage, doo doo doggy pants. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Who designed the sound in this game? Dude, I feel like this literally, genuinely, and I'm genuinely mean this. The sound is literally reversed upside down. I played a map today. I think it was like Bank or whatever. Um, I don't even know if it's called Bank. I don't even care what it's called. But it has a bank underneath. It's broken, whatever. I played that today. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm retarded. It was Villa. I was playing Villa today. And I was in the middle floor, and I was like, "Oh, they're coming from, downstairs. I don't know why they would be downstairs, but the sound clearly, and I mean clearly, is coming from downstairs. There's no way I'm getting this mixed up because the way that I'm hearing it is it's downstairs. Through my headphones, it is downstairs. And there's been times where I've been mixed up. Yeah, sure, plenty of times, by someone, who's, you know, I mean, it's in a situation as where I'm going into the building and, I don't drone it out, let's say, which is a problem. I don't drone it out, and then someone, sneaking up on me, and then I hear him somewhere else, or I don't even hear him, and then I die. Whereas in this is just like this amateur kind of like, come on, like, your game's been out since what, like 2014, and your sounds are still retarded. Like, I thought this thing was just something to do with like PS4 when I played on PS4. No, this is just like genuinely like the worst thing for like a video game. Like, especially when it relies so much off of sound that it's like that's a problem. And I don't even have like garbage headphones. Like, I don't have bottom of the line, headphones, like, found them in a dumpster, decided to use them. Like, they're not the greatest, but they're not the worst. And that sound, and there, I've played tons of times where there's sound here and there in the other place, but they're not actually there. And also people, this is also due to sound. Um, People crouching. I've heard, I'll be sitting by a thing of stairs, and this guy will come up next to me, and he's like a three armor crouching, like a rook or a dock, and he'll be as light as a feather. He won't make a single fucking noise. And he just sneaks up on me and one taps me in the head, and I'm like, wasn't I supposed to hear that? Because then when I sneak as Rook or Doc, and hear me out on this, Rook and Doc, like in the past week, or actually just in this like the past like month, I have played so much. Like I've played a lot, and when I'm versing people, people don't just shrug off me. Like even when I'm pressing E and Q and I'm leaning, people can hear me from miles away, and I mean miles away. So why can't I hear a guy who's crouched, who's a three armor, crouching literally 5 feet away? Why can't I hear that? You know, it's like I have an easier time hearing Cav than I do a fucking Rook. Like what the hell? And that's metaphorically speaking. I'm just being sarcastic and retarded. But like my point is that the game sound is stupid. And I was also playing. Um, I was playing on the bank map or whatever, and I was by the I can't remember where I was. Oh man, I forget. But I was by a window. Like it was by a window. I had broken it out, and this guy had grappled down, and the grapple was coming from up top, like up top in front of me. And when he grappled down, when you grapple, you can hear people moving around and, like falling and going up and, all that stuff. This dude, this glass didn't make a single fucking noise. This guy was so quiet, and he just comes down and he shoots me in the head. And I'm like, I'm expecting this guy to come down in front of me because that's where the sound goes. And so I'm gonna like finish this up because I don't even want to keep talking about it. I want to go do something else better with my life. I'm gonna probably come play this game because like why not? And I'll be streaming on Twitch if anybody watches this like and actually thinks this is a remotely decent video. If you do watch me on Twitch, my quality is shit, so you're just gonna be seeing probably a lot of pixels, but you'll get someone to talk to, I guess. But anyway, there's so many things wrong with this game, and I know they're not even gonna get fixed. They're never gonna get fixed. Like these things have been around probably for who knows how long. And I know this one thing. The wall thing, I've seen I've seen players complain about this before. And not in a big way like I'm complaining about it, but like, "Oh, what? That shouldn't have happened. Oh, did he just shoot me behind a wall?" And so I know I'm not the only one, right? Like if people who are in diamond are happening to that, like having that happen, and I watched like a lot of like Rainbow Six Siege lately. I've been watching like a shit ton. But like when stuff like this, you know, happens to pro players, then I know I'm not alone, and they even notice it. It's not like they're not acknowledging it. So like bottom line, this game, it's hard to play when it's hard to play when the game isn't as rewarding as it should be. It's frustrating, trying to focus on my rank, listening. Who cares about that? Shooting people, my positioning. When I'm focusing on those things, but when I focus on them, I get fucked in the ass, and it's somehow my fault, but in reality it's the game's poor design. It's hard to keep playing a game. And it's like I like playing this game because the concept is so good. Like I don't care what anybody says. I think the concept is great. I think it's unique. I think it's fun. I think it's a blast. But then when you're actually trying to play the game, it's like the rating of this video game goes down like sevenfold. It's hard, and like I left my game today. I think I was 2 rounds in, or I was like 1 round, 2 rounds in, and I left it. I said, you know, I was like, oh, later guys, this game's boring. I hope you guys win it without me. And I was typing in all chat like a dumbass. So, and then I just left the game. Like it's not it's not fun for me. It's it's not as fun as it should be. And imagine like all the people who actually have careers out of this on Twitch, you know. It's like, they're sitting here for hours and hours and hours. And yes, they're way better than me, so the game's going to work a little better. Yeah, it's going to work a lot better, right? They're not going to have as much problems, but I don't know why I'm experiencing this. Like, and I'm not the person like I've played I've played tons of League of Legends, and I mean tons of League of Legends. I don't play it as much as I used to. I got banned a couple of times. I started a new account. I'm like level 9. I haven't played it for like 6 months um, since the ban. And then I played it like a week ago. I got bored, so I stopped playing it, and I've been playing a lot of this. Almost put 100 hours in the past week. Pretty much a no life here, right? Um, I'm just trying to get good at it, but it's boring, and it's not it's kind of losing my attention, and I've deleted this game. I've deleted it a lot, you know. I've deleted it more times than I'd like to, you know, but I'm going to leave it here. Maybe I'll get better, maybe stupid shit won't happen to me. But if somehow I make another video on this, like maybe I'll just start recording my games or something so I can like go back and then just upload this dumb stuff happening to like YouTube so I'll feel better, and maybe you guys can even like see some of this stuff cuz I'm thinking about just recording my games cuz I've had days where I've played for like 4 hours, and I've just had game after game after game. You know, I've been flashed in the face. I've been shot through a shield, a riot shield. If you didn't catch that, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to do a 360. Twirl around, grab my nuts, rip my dick off, and then maybe things will be working for me. But as of right now, like, things aren't even, interesting. So I don't know. My Twitch will be in link in the description. If you see me streaming, just like if you're even remotely interested, stop by, like say hi. I'm not gonna edit this video. Heck, I don't even know how to edit, but I want it to be like this. I just want it to be from my feelings. I want it to be, my thoughts. There's no script. These are just like notes, what I'm talking about. I have nothing else. This is just my thoughts. This is how I process things. So, all right. Peace out.